But for now, let's move on to the side questions. So these are kind of like funny questions. Some of them are like actual legit questions. They just aren't really related to Unturned. But the first thing is that pretty much in every little alias of like Nelson account you pretty much said that your favorite food is pizza. So what's your second favorite food?
Uh, Probably tuna, as in like canned tuna, not
Okay. Yeah,
not fresh
you
tuna.
don't take a spoon to tuna.
No, or either that or beans and salsa.
Oh yeah, that's good. So back on the pizza, what kind of toppings do you put on your pizza?
Um, Very boring, I guess. Just pepperoni.
Yeah, see, Nelson and I same boat. I don't like all the fancy pizzas, like, oh, we have pizza, and then I go there and it's like thin crust supreme pizza. I was like, no, just get pepperoni, dude. So aside from developing Unturned, when you somehow have time, what do you do in your free time?
Uh, Kind of depends what's going on. I'm playing a bit of Counter Strike recently.
Are you Counter Strike God?
Oh, no, I'm not very good.
So have you had like a quote unquote like real job at like a retail thing or anything, or is this Unturned thing kind of your source of income?
I guess I've been lucky. I've always been able to either make money by selling things or people have wanted me to do something and I've been able to sell it.
Cool, cool. So like I don't know what was your first, I guess before you kind of discussed it, it's really depending on what kind of how you determine it, but what was like your first functioning like video game that you basically did? Like something that you would be worth showing to a friend or something, like a first functioning video game you've made.
It'd be hard to remember at this point. Um, and at the time, I probably would have thought it was worth showing to a friend. So,
Yeah. So do you even, if at all, like play Unturned recreationally, or how often do you do so?
for the most part, I just play to test.
Yeah.
But every few weeks or so, I'll end up going on a public server for an hour or so and just play with friends.
Yeah, I guess that brings me into the next one. Have you like anonymously gone into just a random server and just to see what the community does, or like as a regular player? Do you have any like funny stories of stuff that happened?
Um, there have been a few funny incidents. I remember one of the servers I went on more recently, everyone was role playing as police officers, and so I got arrested for jaywalking on a public server. So,
Well, maybe you shouldn't be walking in the road, Nelson. God. So moving on to like favorite sections. What is your favorite game besides Unturned?
well, that changes quite a bit. Right now, it'd probably be Counter Strike.
All right. What about favorite TV show? Well, I guess some people don't really watch TV, but if you watch TV shows,
Um, well, again, that's the kind of thing that whatever you're watching currently is your favorite.
yeah, right now at this exact second, if you were to go turn
Uh,
on the TV, what would you watch?
well, right now we're watching through the A&E Horatio Hornblower episodes.
Huh? Yeah. Favorite color?
Unturned uses a lot of orange, so probably orange.
Ah, yeah, I love orange too, but nobody likes orange. And I'm like, bro, orange is great. Favorite number?
Um, 64.
Oh, yeah, that's a good number. That's a good number. Favorite animal?
A dragon, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, dragons are pretty cool. Favorite drink?
I don't know. Maybe Coke, I guess.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, Coke. Yes. Favorite sports? Like, I mean, I guess to watch or play. I don't know. Some people don't like sports. I don't really like sports that much, but
I'm not really that into sports.
yeah. What about games that aren't out yet? But are there any games that you're kind of like hyped for in 2015?
The next Half-Life game, I suppose.
And then what about your favorite gun in Unturned?
Definitely the Timberwolf.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? So in school, are there like discussions in Unturned, and they don't know that you created it, or is it kind of like, oh yeah, this he made Unturned or something?
I don't think anyone, like a few people at school, know I made it. Um, Nobody's really talked to me about it though. Although I think it was last semester I overheard some people talking about it, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was at Taco Bell last week, and there were some people talking about Unturned. I thought it was pretty cool. So then, moving on to, I guess it's kind of like a real question. Do you have any tips for starting as an indie developer at a young age?
I think I don't have enough experience to really provide anything insightful, but I guess I would say start small. Don't try and make the next World of Warcraft.
Yeah. All right. So in the past, you've gone by like several aliases, like Zach or Dead Zone Zach, and then Greg Stevens and stuff. And now like Nelson Sexton. Is your real name Nelson, or is this just another one of these aliases things?
I guess that's up for you to decide.
Oh dear. Okay. And then back onto the development kind of thing. What is the favorite model you've made in Unturned? Like something that you thought would be really difficult and it was easy to make, or something that turned out a lot better than you thought it was going to be?
Wow, there's so many models in 3.0. I do really like the Timberwolf model actually. I think it's far superior to the 2.0 model in terms of its roundness, and
Oh yeah.
I think it also is a lot more consistent in that 2.0 the scope on the Timberwolf had like a trillion polygons, whereas 3.0 it connects nicely to the base of the gun. It's got nice number of polygons all around it. It matches the rest of the gun.
Yeah. There you go. So for most models, let's say like a building or something. Well, how long would it take to make something like that in whatever you use? I think you use Blender or something.
Well, I guess in the building case, that's a very large model. It definitely depends on the size. If it's like some small furniture, like a phone, like some of those models I put out a few weeks ago, those usually take 10, 20, 30 minutes, whereas the buildings will take several hours.
What's like the model that took just like the longest amount of time?
The model that took the longest,
Yeah.
it would probably be one of the buildings, but not one of the simple ones. In that a tall skyscraper just means make one floor and copy paste it.
Yeah. I feel like the crane in Ontario would be kind of difficult.
Actually, the crane was pretty fast to make.
Was?
I think the most difficult model in the game is probably the big brown mansion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a pretty
it's
complex one, yeah.
yeah, it's a weird shape. It's got the top floor is different shape from the bottom floor. It's not symmetrical. One of the sides is wider than the other, which was actually an accident, but nobody seems to notice.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good house. I like that house. It's a nice house. I'd live in that house. And then, so for your account icons, all over the place on all your different accounts, where it's got like the unturned like base texture or whatever. What was the origin behind that?
Um, Actually, it's a screenshot I've got in some weird folder on my computer when I was working on a few idle animations, which never ended up making it into the game. But I think one time I just needed a profile icon, so I went through random folders and I found that. So I've just been using it ever since.
It's just square, so you just use that one.
Yep, I do like it though. I think I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty fancy. So now we're kind of moving on to the like all comment stuff that people commented. Do you have a pet goldfish?
No.
No. Do you have any pets?
No.
Oh, okay. And how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
7 maybe.
7? Oh, yep. It's a fair number. Now we're moving on to the this or that section. Some of these are like even splits. Like honestly, like 50% of the people prefer one thing and 50% of the other surveyed like the other thing. So there's probably going to be some crazy stuff going on in the comment section. But first one is potato or potato.
Potato.
All right. Coke or Pepsi? Well, I guess you said Coke earlier, so Coke. Cake or pie?
Pie, I guess.
Yep. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Yeah, tea. There we go. I'm not a coffee kind of person. What about chocolate or vanilla?
How can you compare those?
Well, like chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, stuff like that.
Oh, probably vanilla then.
Okay. Summer or winter?
Winter.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Oh, I think I was asked this last time.
You did?
I don't remember what I said. Probably waffles.
Waffles? Okay. Well, actually in 2.0, didn't you have? Oh no, Lyric's Waffle Farm. I remember that. Cats or dogs?
Both.
Both. All right. Pen or pencil?
Pencil.
Yep. The Simpsons or Family Guy?
The Simpsons.
Yep. Marvel or DC Comics?
I don't really know much about either.
Okay. Fair enough. So, do you know Oreos? Yeah, Oreos. Everybody knows Oreos, right? Oreos?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a thing. Some people don't dip their Oreos in milk. Do you dip or no dip?
No.
You don't dip in
No.
what? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, last two. When it comes to superpowers, would you rather fly or read minds?
Read minds.
Yeah, okay. And lately, very controversial. The comment section is going to go crazy, but white and gold or blue and black?
Oh. I think when I first opened that, it was white and gold.
Yeah, so yeah, I can't. I've been seeing white and gold ever since. But anyway, yep, those were all of the side questions, and I guess that concludes the interview. Thank you, Nelson, for coming on down to the interview. Thank you for being such a wonderful interviewee.
Awesome.
But
Thanks for having me on.
yeah, no problem. So when it comes to connecting with you in the development of Unturned, I think the main thing is Trello. But are there any other things? Twitter. I know the Facebook is fake, so don't go on the Facebook. But yeah, I'll link all those in the description down below alongside all the other different parts of the videos. But other than that, that is all I have for now. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish because Me Like Big Boom is out.